Welcome to Bollox, Talks and Tangents. It's almost Christmas.
It's almost Christmas. I feel
I'm festive.
happy.
I'm festive.
He is festive.
Festive.
Look at him.
Right here.
All glowing and lit up.
Filled with Christmas cheer.
That's what I love about you.
It's just filled with
cheer.
It's filled to right about here.
Aw.
Yeah. So I got that going for me. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome to Talks and Bollox. Yeah, well, we both might have started drinking a little too early.
It's the Christmas week.
Doesn't make us bad people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yummy. All right. So we got a lot of fun stuff to do. We're talking about Christmas movies. The best and worst.
And the greatest games of all time. Any sports.
All sports.
Yeah.
All
Inspired by last Sunday's amazing game. And we're not talking about the Jags in Dallas.
No.
That was a good game. World Cup final.
Or the freaking Vikings game. The biggest comeback of all time.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins game, we lost the Dolphins game.
Yeah.
But that was a great game, too. There was so many great, Sunday was just pure sports.
It was amazing.
It was beautiful.
Amazing.
All right. But first thing we got to do is we got to say thank you to you guys. If you would, hit that share button. We're going to laugh and learn for the next hour. And we got to thank our sponsors.
Yes,
but before we thank our sponsors, we got to talk about the whiskey of the week. The whiskey of the week is St. Augustine. We're doing the port finish tonight. St. Augustine Distillery, they have so many different choices over there. Award-winning bourbons, vodkas, gins. They got rums, everything over there. You need to go take this tour. It's been voted the best tour in town.
It is amazing. The tour is incredible, but you got to try the booze. The bourbons are extraordinary. They just make great alcohol. They just make great booze.
And you're sitting there right now going, okay, I don't know what to get someone. Go down there, get a gift certificate.
Yep.
Let them do the tour. Let them try something out. They're going to walk away with, a great bottle of liquor that they'll be ready for the new year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that's important. Pre-planning. Yeah. And their sister distillery, the City Gates Distillery, has so many different varieties of just quality.
It's such a neat little place. If you haven't been in there, it's well worth it. Right by the City Gates, where it says it is, pop in. It's just such a wonderful little place. Best booze in town. And I know booze. I don't know much, but I do know booze.
We've been known to have a drink or two. Just saying.
Holiday season.
Okay. It's holiday season. Yeah. And you're off for 2 weeks. This is the only job you have for 2 weeks.
This is my only job for 2 weeks. I have no children's lives to ruin, nothing like that.
Yeah, see, we're not doing the morning show, so I'm a little rusty.
Wow.
Yeah. Usually I'm fresh in the morning. Like a daisy.
Yeah. That's whenever I think of you, I think to myself, aw,
most people,
Daisy.
He's like a daisy.
Yeah, the dewy look you have.
Yes. All right, 900 degree pizza. Dewy. Sorry, you threw me off in the middle of that one. 900 degree pizza and pasta. Best sauce. Just wonderful people.
Yeah, no question. Sauce amazing.
They're crushing it over there.
They are.
Go check them out, because everyone needs a good Christmas pizza.
Yeah, you do need Christmas pizza.
Yeah.
Absolutely. In Japan, they do KFC. We could do Christmas pizza
Christmas pizza.
900 degree.
Yeah.
Pizza and pasta. Lewis Speedway, right by the high school.
I think, the day after Christmas should be pizza day.
It really should. Yeah.
Give Mom a break.
Give Mom a break.
Yeah. Pizza day.
Yeah. Yes. None of this Boxing Day.
Yeah.
None of this St. Stephen's Day.
No, silly freaking
December
things.
26th, Pizza Day.
Pizza Day. You heard it here first. All right. Abare, Kresge and Associates, best accountants in town. Tax season's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Coming at the end of the year.
And tax season comes.
It
comes in faster than you think.
Get your stuff together. Go see these guys. Best in town. Abare, Kresge.
You will get a better return. You will stay out of trouble with the IRS. I know lots of people are thinking, I can do it myself.
Yeah, I can't afford it.
You can do it yourself.
They say, I can't afford an accountant. But the thing is you can't afford not to have an accountant. That's
exactly it. And these guys are the best. Abare, Kresge and Associates, they keep Troy out of trouble.
I have a couple, I've inherited a couple. No, I haven't inherited. I started all of them. I have some businesses.
You have some businesses.
Blake's going to inherit some of the businesses. He's probably going to sell some of the businesses.
Yeah, he's in there grinning. He's all smiling.
He's already like, I'm selling them all, Dad.
He's already got a plan.
He's like, I'm selling them all. Blake, give me a look. Are you selling them all, or are you going to keep a couple?
Dad, I already stressed about it earlier today. So
you already stressed about the businesses you might have to take over?
Yes.
Okay, don't do that.
Hey,
don't do
the
that.
struggle is real, man.
I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. All right. But Abare, Kresge and Associates, they're just the best. All right. Also the best music on the island.
The Beacon Listening Room.
Yeah.
Wonderful spot.
Yeah.
Okay, the staff are incredible. Watching those guys get out all the drinks and all the food on Wednesday nights for trivia, when 175 people arrive within 15 minutes and they all leave within about 8 minutes.
Yeah, at the same time. And they just absolutely crush it.
They crush it.
And they do it with a smile.
Yeah.
And the food's excellent. Gypsy Cab, you can't, I mean, everybody knows Gypsy Cab's food's so solid.
Yeah.
So nothing beats the Gypsy chicken.
Nothing beats it. No, again, I would encourage people rediscover Gypsy Cab. Rediscover it. It is one of St. Augustine's gems. The Gypsy chicken's incredible. Salads are incredible. And then you got the Beacon right across from it. I mean, what a wonderful place.
All right. Now, I'm gonna hold this one, but we're going to talk about this one. Okay?
St. Augustine Pirate Museum.
St. Augustine Pirate Museum. All right? I have a new fundraiser coming up, and I was like, they're such great partners.
Yeah.
So I called Cindy over there. I was like, Cindy, you mind meeting? So she's like, yeah, let's meet. And we brought Jason from the Colonial Quarter. So next June, on June 3rd, it's announced right now.
June 3rd.
On June 3rd, Home Again is throwing a Hex the Hurricane Party.
Hex the Hurricane Party.
Hex the Hurricane Party.
All right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to throw a party to keep the hurricanes away. We haven't done it. This is why we're getting
so many hurricanes. Yeah.
So I feel that if we throw the proper party and have the exact amount of fun, the hurricane will stay away.
Will we have witches at this party?
Okay, here's how we're going to have to hex the hurricane.
Okay.
You've heard of the music festival Burning Man.
Yes, I have.
Okay. They burn this big man and they burn him in the...
Yeah.
So who's the one gentleman that always shows up when the hurricanes get here?
Jim Cantore.
All right. So we're going to do a Burn Man Tory.
Burn Man Tory.
I've already tried to reach out to Jim and say, hey, you are invited to the Hex the Hurricane party. And if you want to light Jim.
Now, just to get it straight, we're going to burn Jim in effigy.
Yeah.
Not actually going to burn Jim.
No, we're not actually going to burn Jim.
Can we burn him a little bit?
If he lights it, he can burn his finger.
Okay. All right.
He might get singed.
Okay, he might get singed.
We might singe.
Right. But
Cantori. But it's Burn Mantori.
I like it.
So a friend of mine came up with that idea. I loved it immediately.
And where is this Hex Hurricane event going to take on?
At the Colonial Quarter.
Beautiful.
It'll have great music. It'll have booze, of course.
Of course.
It's going to be $75 a ticket to get in, unless you bring a tent. If you bring a tent for the homeless, and we'll have a tent drop. So hopefully we collect, at least 200-300 tents.
So we're going to hex the hurricanes.
We're going to hex the hurricane.
And we're going to provide tents for homeless people.
Yes.
So it's amazing.
Yes. So it's to bring some awareness to the homeless. And most importantly, hurricanes create homelessness.
Yeah, they do.
So we're going to hex.
Been there.
We're going to hex. You were homeless because of this, right? So we're going to hex the hurricane to prevent homelessness.
You're a genius.
I think it's going to be a beautiful party.
It's like you just see things.
I think it's going to be a beautiful party.
I think so too.
It's going to be an annual event. The first weekend of June, I want people to think about hexing the hurricanes.
That's superb.
All right. There's only going to be like 400 tickets.
All right.
So they won't go on sale until, after probably about March.
Okay.
So, but you're going to have to get them soon. Get them quickly when that happens.
Yeah, it'll go fast.
You know a guy, so you should be okay.
I know a guy.
All right. This guy right here.
Meehan's Irish Pub. These guys, they deliver. Everything they do at that place is fantastic. 3 bars in one.
Mm-hmm.
The downstairs bar, late night, belly up to the bar. Jesus, you could solve the world's problems twice over a creamy pint of Guinness there. Upstairs, Johnny's Oyster Bar and the best view in town. And then...
Wonderful.
And then out back. Sit out back. Yep. Get a drink with Hubble.
The backyard with Hubble and Kelly and Bryce and those guys, they just kill it. They just absolutely kill it. All right, but I have a story I have to tell about this.
Okay, tell me a story. What you got?
Blake, do you want to participate in this story?
Sure.
Blake was an eyewitness to a crime.
A crime?
Yes, a crime. There was a car theft. One of my friends, we were in another bar. That's not a sponsor, so we're not going to say their name.
Okay.
We're in another bar. Our good friend Reggie,
Yeah.
Matt, and we're going to talk about Dan and his dad in one of the baseball games later, and another friend Alan were there with us, and my friend Judd was there, and Blake and I were there, and Judd goes out to get in his car, and the car is stolen.
Seriously?
Yeah, car was stolen, but Judd had left the keys in his car, and being the good friends that all of us are. What do you do if your friend leaves the keys in their car and you've already had too much? You move the car.
Yeah, move the car. You got to move the car.
You got to move the car.
Yeah.
All right. And Blake was witness to this crime, and Reggie was an accomplice. But it was a beautiful moment. I'm not going to lie.
Was Judd a little concerned?
He was concerned. He was concerned. It was a nice car. He wasn't that concerned because it's a car, like, literally, if you call the police, they turn off the car and it's not going anymore, and they just go straight to the car. It's one of those smart cars. So, but it was a very hilarious moment.
But 20 years ago, my sister and her husband at the time came out of it's the Hilton now, but it was
Monson.
It was Lynch's
Monson?
Irish pub.
Lynch's. It was in the Monson Motor Lodge. It was Lynch's. Yeah.
And my sister and her husband had come from a wedding, and they came outside from Lynch's, and their car was stolen. So they called the police. The police came, drove them around in the back of the police car looking for the car. Right?
Yes.
Because obviously that's what you would do. Don't know how they got into the car, but I was sitting in Lynch's. They left, come back about 45 minutes later, pull up, all concerned, and then the cop goes, "Is that your car right there?" It was parked where they had parked the car, right outside the front door of Lynch's. They'd walked out past
the back door?
No, they walked out the front door. They were slightly inebriated at the time.
Well, I mean, it's good that they got a tour of the city.
They did. They got a tour of the city.
They had time to sober up.
They did, yeah.
So, I mean, there's a benefit to all this.
Yeah.
People need to look at the positive side.
The best part was the car was an old Buick Skylark with a big stripe down the side of it, like almost
like
impossible.
You could not miss this car.
You couldn't miss it. Yeah, they had to walk around the car. They'd parked it so badly that you almost couldn't get out the front door.
It was that close to the front door.
Close to the front door.
Wow. I had a...
it happens.
When I left St. Augustine for 1 year, the year 1994, and I went to Orlando, and I was the start of building Seminole County softball complex. Had 5 fields, beautiful complex, hosted national tournaments almost every weekend, but it had 2 exits that looked identical. Oh, and the first time it happened, we were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe someone stole this person's car. The second time it happened, we're like, okay, let's drive over to the other side.
Yeah.
And you would not believe how hard it is to convince someone that they may have walked out the wrong way. Because it just, because they're already in a panic mode. And at this time, not everyone had cell phones. I mean, 94, it was still pretty rare.
Yeah,
pretty rare.
Very rare.
And, but they would come up to me at the office and be like, oh, someone stole my car. I can't believe it. It probably happened within that year 5 times.
That's amazing.
All 5 times they walked out the wrong way.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I pulled a joke on my assistant director when I was Parks and Recreation. I had a rule: don't leave your keys in a county vehicle. Just don't leave your keys in a county vehicle. I don't think it's a hard rule. I am up at Davis Park. My assistant director, okay, the guy who should follow the rule as much as I do, leaves his keys in a county truck. The problem was I forgot to tell him where I moved the car to.
No.
I moved the car. I hid the keys. He called the police. The police came out. And they were not happy with the practical joke.
No, they wouldn't have seen the funny side of that.
No, they were not. I had to talk the deputy down. I was like, listen, I was teaching him a lesson, and I'm sorry you guys got involved, but I mean, this was probably mid 2000s when I did that. But they came all the way out. But it was at Davis Park, and the one thing is we had cell phones then, but I mean we had the. Yeah. So all he had to do was say, hey. He didn't admit his car got stolen. He called the cops before he even called me.
Oh no!
And by the time he said something, I was like, okay, check behind the clubhouse.
That happened. All right, well, you got word origins, my friend. What do you got?
Word origins. I got a couple word origins for you. Busting someone's chops.
Oh, I love busting someone's chops.
Oh, we bust people's chops all the time. You and I are known. To bust chops. To busting chops.
Yeah.
So where do you think that term came from?
I don't know. Something to do with the meat industry? No?
Well, it's a little bit because sideburns used to be called mutton chops.
Yeah.
And it came from that. If someone smarted off, you smack them across their
chops. Bust their chops. Really? That's where it comes from?
That's where it came from.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Busting someone's chops.
Busting someone's chop. It actually means you whacked them.
Yeah.
And that's where it came from.
Okay, so it's funny how bizarrely similar. We don't talk about word origins at all.
No.
But we mentioned mutton chops. Now, as everybody knows, mutton comes from sheep.
Yes.
And I'm going to talk about black sheep.
Oh, the black sheep of the family.
Black sheep of the family. If you're the black sheep of the family, you are a person who does the family no credit.
Yes.
You are a person of bad character.
Kind of an outcast.
You're an outcast, yeah. And so, the first time I saw it in print was one of the earliest English versions of the Bible, 1535. And it's a reference to what we know it to mean now. The black sheep is a person of bad character. But the reason that a black sheep is considered bad luck is because if you get a black sheep, an actual black sheep in a flock, you can't dye the wool the same way. Mm-hmm. And therefore it is of almost no value.
So like if one black sheep comes in, it messes up the whole flock?
It's a worthless, that sheep's wool can't be dyed the same as everyone else.
Just that sheep.
That sheep
can't. Okay. I thought you meant if you got one black sheep,
No.
it tainted the whole thing. I was like, oh, that's costly.
No, it's just it's not valuable. The fleece isn't valuable. The wool isn't valuable, and that's it. Simple as that. Yeah.
Okay. I think it'd be cool to have a black wool sweater.
I would think so too.
Yeah. So, all right, black sheep.
Black sheep.
All right. How many family members you got? Were you the black sheep?
I was not.
I was not either.
I was not.
I was not either.
Yeah, I was probly close to being.
You're in the middle of the road.
The good one.
Close to the good one. Close to the good one. I believe it or not, I'm the good one.
Yeah.
Well, exception of like my family from Tennessee, and then they think I'm just a heathen. But even with that, because we do the show and we have all these other things, and I've had some level of success.
Yeah.
Like early on, it was bad because they don't drink.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was early on when I wasn't in the status I'm at now.
Yeah.
It was I could have been borderline black sheep.
Yeah.
But now I'm like the cool cousin.
Ooh.
So,
Very good.
Yeah. Time heals a lot of shit.
Time does fucking heal. Yes, indeed.
All right. Basket case.
Basket case.
Are you a basket case? Sometimes I'm a basket case.
I am a basket case, yeah.
All right. This is very dark.
Good.
It's very dark. It comes from Civil War times.
Good.
And I'm trying to kind of come up with this because a basket case actually comes from like people almost going insane, but the term comes from losing a limb and throwing like their arm into the basket, or their hand into the basket or their leg into the basket, and it created what we would call today PTSD.
Yeah.
And it would, you would get on morphine and you become a little more psychotic and those things, and you became a basket case.
Right, because one of your limbs went into a basket.
It's dark.
That is dark.
It's dark.
Wow. Yeah, basket case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I almost didn't do that one. So
I like it.
But it was better than having a wild hair up your ass, which I still might do next week.
So my second one was red herring.
Okay.
Right? Red
I
herring.
never understood that one.
Yeah. So it's you mislead, you distract people.
You had a lot of animals this week.
I know. It happens like that. I get one animal and then I'm like, oh,
Lead to the other one.
Yeah, so it goes back to 1807. A fellow called William Cobbett, Englishman, and he actually used a strong-smelling smoked fish.
Okay.
A literal red herring to distract hounds that were trying to chase a rabbit by dragging the red herring across the trail to misdirect the hounds. And ever since
to throw them off the trail.
To throw them off the trail. And ever since that's what it means. It's a red herring means to misdirect people, to distract people, to throw them off the trail. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. And it was an actual red herring. So it was an argument he had with somebody over could hounds track animals regardless, and he was like, no, they could not, and I will prove it with my red herring.
Wow. Okay.
I just love that. Clearly an argument in a bar, and that's
somebody could have got their chops busted too.
They could have.
Yeah. So
they could have. All right, where do we want to go? Want to talk about Christmas movies or greatest games?
I think we start with Christmas movies.
Okay,
because I'm wearing this. I mean, this is...
It is Christmas week.
Very festive. I mean, this...
Okay. So I told you this earlier, but Christmas Day in Ireland.
Okay.
What do you think we watched every single year? What was our Christmas movie?
The Christmas movie you watched?
Christmas movie in Ireland.
I have no idea what you would watch. I'm thinking something Irish. I don't know. Gangs of New York.
Bill the Butcher. That'd be a great Christmas movie.
Best character.
No, our Christmas movie in Ireland growing up was The Wizard of Oz.
Really?
The Wizard of Oz. Every Christmas Day. I don't know.
How did that become a thing?
But it was.
Wow.
From when I was, so young that I couldn't remember.
How did Kansas get to Ireland?
I don't know. But that was our Christmas movie. Every single Christmas, and we watched it follow the Elbeck Road, and we sang along. You got the flying monkey and the creepy shit.
We didn't have to bring up flying monkeys, dude. That is not necessary to bring up flying monkeys.
Creepy shit, right?
But that's my biggest fear.
Flying monkeys?
When I say I'm scared, and I say they're scared, and flying monkey scared is like, yeah, dude, that's like ultimate level of scared.
Wow.
I can tell you this, when I watched it as a kid, because it was on every year about the same time and stuff, you watched it, you had Gone with the Wind, this one, there was so many that came on every year, and you had to watch it when it came on. I mean, because it's a great movie.
Well,
but I would hide.
You only had 2 channels as well.
That was true. Rich people had like 3. They were the fancies.
Well, so even as a 55-year-old, so you still get scared whenever you see the flying monkeys.
Did you just put him on the? Did you put him on the screen?
Okay, I didn't put it on Facebook.
Okay,
don't.
You can put him on the screen. I'm gonna look away though.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
That was our Christmas movie. How fucked up was my country?
That is messed up.
That was our Christmas movie.
That is messed up. I can tell you this, like when I was a kid, when the flying monkeys would come, I'd get behind my dad's recliner. I'd look around the recliner. Damn. And then when they went away, they'd come back, I'd be like, right back behind the recliner.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank goodness that recliner protected me against all flying monkeys.
Wow, recliners are famous for their flying monkey protection.
Yeah. But of course, my dad, being a lot like me, would just like recline, grab my head, and flip me over. So I had to see it anyway.
Aww.
That's what tough love. Tough love. So no, but that was your Christmas movie.
That was our Christmas movie.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah. Crazy.
And you don't know how it started?
No idea. Not a Probably. We had one television channel in the middle of Ireland in my childhood, and I'm guessing that a lot of these movies were incredibly cheap to purchase for the Irish TV channel.
Yeah, probably.
I bet that was it.
Those were probably out before there was like rights protected and some of those things.
Yeah, because
that's kind of my assumption too.
We saw a lot of that stuff and a lot of
Gone with the Wind and all that.
We saw Gone with the Wind, a lot of Tarzan, a lot of Johnny Weissman, a lot of that stuff.
A lot
of Marx Brothers, a lot of that stuff. Yeah. But
all right. So what's your favorite Christmas movie in America? I wrote down 3. I probably have a couple others that I want to talk about.
One of my favorite is right there.
Elf. Elf is number 2 on my list.
It's an amazing movie. Might be my wife's favorite movie. Definitely my wife's favorite Christmas movie. so good.
It is so good, and it's so well done. Here's a trivia question. I almost asked this last night.
Okay.
Buddy is the tall elf.
Right.
Will Ferrell's character. What was his elf father's? What actor played his elf father?
Oh, it's Bob Newhart.
Correct.
Bob Newhart. Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
So
Elf is so silly. Like there's a wonderful when he's waiting for
I love you.
when he's waiting for his brother and he's walking behind him from the school and he's just monologuing and the kid brother wants nothing to do and he's like, yeah, blah blah blah. Saw a dog today. It's just it's such
happy.
an absurd
He's
line.
Just happy.
Yeah.
But it just makes you happy when you watch Elf. You get happy.
Congratulations, world's greatest cup of coffee. Yeah, it's so goofy.
Yeah.
Just watching him bounce onto the Christmas tree in the background, like all of that stuff, the candy cane, the candy corn, every part of Elf is great. It's great. Yeah. It makes you happy.
So you like sugar?
Candy corn, candy cane.
Yeah, but definitely say like this year, Davey had like a great like elf impersonation this year.
Yeah, Davey in the Christmas, Davey from the morning show.
Yeah.
In the Christmas parade, he dressed as Buddy, crushed it.
Nice.
So,
okay, so you said that's your second
that's
favorite.
my second favorite.
Okay, what's your favorite?
My favorite is Miracle on 34th Street.
The original?
Yes. The original one, Miracle on 34th Street. And it's one of those things that just makes you want to believe in Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Kris Kringle. And it was so well done. And it was, the little girl that played in it, the Santa, the Kris Kringle that was there was absolutely amazing. I still love it. I'm not a big It's a Wonderful Life person.
No, my father-in-law's favorite movie is one of, but I don't care for it.
I'm not a big. That's not me.
Yeah.
But I can tell you this: of classic Christmas movies, my favorite. If you've never seen the original one, please go back and watch it.
It is absolutely. It's just a beautiful movie. It's a beautiful premise.
Yeah.
It's a lovely story, and it's beautifully told. Yeah,
and it's just a great movie. It just makes you feel good about it. And just to prepare people, my favorite movie of all time is Casablanca. And Citizen Kane's too. So I kind of lean towards classics.
Yeah,
but I just think it was all about the character build.
Yeah,
and in Miracle on 34th Street, it was like as an adult, you're like, how can you not believe?
How can you not believe?
Is it wrong that I haven't seen Casablanca or Citizen Kane?
You've got to see Casablanca.
You're gonna need to, buddy. I can't believe they don't require. Blake's about to graduate in media production, and I can't believe they don't require them to watch those two movies.
Well, Citizen Kane in particular.
I'm going to actually ask for some of your college money back if they don't require that.
Okay. So thankfully next semester I'll actually have a film history class.
No,
my wife Julie's.
Those two are not in it.
Julie has never seen Casablanca. I looked at her.
Really?
I gave her a look that said, I don't know.
You got to make this happen.
Yeah, I think this Christmas.
You got to make this happen.
Yeah.
So, it's
good.
Because she'll love it.
Yeah, because it's a fucking great movie.
She'll love it. And it's about the character build. It really is. It's about the characters, and it's about, you feel sorry for Rick, and you kind of want to be Rick,
I think all of us have been Rick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've all been there. We've all been there.
So I see you've got a Christmas Story on.
Is that one on your list?
No. I hate A Christmas Story.
What?
I think that's a terrible movie. I don't get it. I don't understand
Ralphie.
it. It is boring.
I love Ralphie. Ralphie's character,
no,
to me, is everything about the movie.
I can't watch it. I remember moving to this country. People were like, oh, it's Christmas. Watch A Christmas Story. So we never saw this in Ireland. I didn't grow up with this. I saw A Christmas Story first time I was probably 22. I didn't get it. I don't.
So you have that on your worst list?
Yeah, it means nothing to me.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's funny because I was talking with Ruben today, and he was asking me had I seen the new thing, A Christmas Story.
No, I haven't seen that either.
So Ruben was talking it up, and he was talking about A Christmas Story, and I was with another buddy of mine, Justin, who's also from Ireland. We were like, yeah, we don't like that movie. And Ruben looked at us like we were freakos.
I would have too.
Yeah.
I would have too.
So you like it?
Yeah, I think Ralphie is amazing. I think his dad's character is amazing.
Can't do.
Yeah.
Can't do.
Yeah, but the one thing I don't understand about the movie is why is it always the one that's broadcasted 24 hours on Christmas Day?
I believe because it's called A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, probably so.
Like, even I can get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not for me. I like other Christmas movies. I'm a bit of a sucker for this. I like Love Actually.
Love Actually. Yeah. That's not bad. I actually thought about it and I was like, okay, no, I couldn't go with it.
Yeah.
It was a rom-com.
Was a rom-com. And it's funny, I just watched a Norwegian show the other day. It was like Christmas Storm. There was all these Norwegian people trapped at an airport for Christmas. And it's basically Love Actually, told in an airport, and everyone, kind of grumpy people getting together because they can't fly out because it's a bad storm. It was kind of cheesy. It was kind of nice. But I like Love Actually.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And some of the movies I wanted to throw in are non-Christmas Christmas movies.
Yeah, and there's a few of those.
Okay. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, I like that.
It was a good movie.
Good movie.
But it's not a Christmas movie.
Not a Christmas movie.
Die Hard.
Die Hard. It's not a fucking Christmas movie.
It's a great movie.
Great movie.
All right. And Bruce Willis finally came out and said, it's not a Christmas movie.
Because it is not a Christmas movie.
But it's played at Christmas time.
I know, but how did that happen?
The movie was set on Christmas Eve.
It was a Christmas party.
Yeah.
Where the whole shit went down at Nagasaki or whatever.
But there's a big blowing up, killing everybody, kippie-ki-yay, motherfucker kind of moment. That's not Christmas.
Yeah, maybe it is for, some people. Everybody has their own version of it. You had flying freaking monkeys. What can you say? You had flying freaking monkeys.
But you don't walk into your house on Christmas Day and look around you going, kippie-ki-yay, motherfucker. Do you?
You had flying monkeys.
Oh, you had flying monkeys.
I'd rather have that than flying monkeys in my house. Just so you know. All right, the other one, it's a Christmas movie, but it's not a Christmas movie. Gremlins. Christmas movie or not a Christmas movie?
Not a Christmas movie.
All right. My final non-Christmas movie is it a Christmas movie or not a Christmas movie? I have 4.
Okay.
All right. Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Is it a Christmas movie or a non-Christmas movie?
I think it's a Christmas movie.
So out of the 4, one of them you consider a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Gremlins, you say no.
Yeah.
Die Hard, you say no.
I say no.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
No.
You say no. But Home Alone.
Yeah, because it's Christmas time.
What's your vote on those 4? I'll go through them. I'll give you a roll call. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, no vote. Die Hard.
Christmas movie.
Gremlins.
Pass.
Home Alone.
Christmas movie.
So he's kind of more on the Christmas side on those.
Yeah, I liked Home Alone. Home Alone 2, an abomination. Yeah, should never been made. But the Home Alone's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah. No, I like all 4 of those movies. I mean, they have their own place.
Wait, hold on.
But I don't consider them Christmas movies.
So you're like number 3 and number 4?
Gremlins and...
Oh, so wait, hold on. Sorry. Because for some reason... never mind. Blah. Because remember, like, Home Alone has, like, 4 sequels, and I thought you would talk about that.
No, 3 and 4? Oh, no.
No.
I mean...
No, the original, Christmas movie.
Like, once you get past, like, a couple movies, it falls off.
Yeah,
like Rocky 3 was good because it had Clubber Lang in it.
Yeah.
But Rocky 1 and 2 were way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
Rocky 4 and 5 were awful.
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Even though Creed was good.
Yeah, Creed was good. Yeah.
Changed generation, it made it good.
Yeah.
So Creed was good. So, I don't know. But most movies, you get past, like, Godfather 1 and 2, amazing.
3,
awful.
Brutal.
Yeah, awful.
Brutal.
So, yeah.
All right, so we got to thank our sponsors. We take
yes, we do.
Break.
Oh, it's that time. It's
it
that
is.
Time. Wow. Go ahead.
So first and foremost, St. Augustine Pirate Museum. Ladies and gentlemen, I just sent several teacher friends this week. Mm-hmm. They were looking for something to do. Families coming in and out of town. I said, Pirate Museum. They're like, I said, Pirate Museum. You live in St. Augustine South.
Go see it.
Go see it. Go downtown. So they were going to go see it this weekend. So I'll get some feedback. Uh-huh. But they were like, really? I'm like, go see it. If you haven't been, to everybody out there, if you are a local and you haven't been in the St. Augustine Pirate Museum, do yourselves a favor and go. Incredible artifacts. The attention to detail is extraordinary. They do a great job. It's a wonderful museum. Bring the kids and you'll love it too. Seriously. Amazing.
All right. Meehan's Irish Pub. They got 3 bars in one. They got the backyard. They got the oyster bar, Johnny's Oyster Bar up top, and then they got the pub down. To me, it's the best pub food in town.
Best pub food in town. Best pint of Guinness. Best pint of Guinness you're going to get maybe outside of Ireland.
Quality people there. Reggie just doesn't get a better guy.
He is the nicest man. He's a wonderful human being.
I make him nervous when I tell him we mention him on the show all the time.
Yeah, he gets squirrely.
He gets a little nervous. He's like, oh. But he talks in that Irish language. I don't understand it anyway. So, yeah, you know the type.
Great bar.
Yeah.
I know the type.
Yeah. All right. Beacon Listening Room and Gypsy Cab.
Phenomenal.
Wonderful food. Again, amazing staff. Best music on the island you're going to find.
Look, if you're looking for a place, go in there on Friday, Saturday night. The music is incredible. Just the venue, everything about it is just so beautifully done.
Check their calendar. I mean, they bring in just such talented people in the Beacon Listening Room. Wednesday night, come see me at trivia, but make sure you reserve a table.
Yeah, because otherwise you've no chance of getting in there.
Yeah.
Like, there's genuinely, if the capacity is 137, there's 137 people in there.
There was a lot of butts in there last night.
Incredible.
So
I'm going to give this one Abare, Kresge and Associates, the greatest accountants in St. Augustine, maybe in Northeast Florida, maybe the world. Why do I say that? They keep Troy out of trouble.
Yeah.
The IRS does not know this man's name. And that is down to one thing and one thing only. Abare, Kresge and Associates. Great accountant.
Those guys, they make sure I'm doing things right. They keep everything in line.
Yeah.
And my returns are not easy.
Not easy.
When
I use 73 businesses.
And I use them for all the nonprofits I work with too.
Yeah.
So they do nonprofit work, they do audits, they do everything. They do financial stuff. They do everything. So and
just great people.
Quality human beings.
You know what? That's the thing. All of our sponsors.
Yeah.
They're great businesses, but they're quality human beings.
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty. When we started the show, and I got to say thank you to all our sponsors. When we started the show, one of the hardest things is to go out and get sponsors.
Yeah.
I literally made 6 phone calls.
That was it.
And that was it. I only wanted 6 sponsors because I want them to be special and be a part of the partnership.
Yeah.
And every single one of them said, yeah, I'll help you out.
That's incredible.
I mean, but that's the type of city we live in, too.
That is the type of city we live in.
All right, 900-degree pizza.
The best sauce on a pizza that I have had maybe in my life.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, it's and you know, they have the best technology in their ovens, and they crush it. Heather out there just making the pizzas and throwing the pies around. Good
and
job.
If you're looking for, and I know loads of people are always looking for that perfect pizza. Right? If you haven't been to 900-degree pizza and pasta, Lewis Speedway, the little strip mall right there beside the high school, get yourself over there. It will blow you away. It's amazing.
Last time we opened pizza in the green room when we had it here, I'm telling you right now, I wish I would have had a picture. We should have just filmed it and opened it, and it was just it like had the right amount of vapors, and it came up on you, and it just was a quality looking pizza.
If I was
if you could look at something and your eyes could taste, that's what happened with that pizza.
If you were a 22-year-old influencer, you'd have photographed that pizza.
Oh yeah,
and you would have put that on the gram.
Yeah,
and it would have just got lots of likes. I don't know what the kids say.
Maybe someday I'll be an influencer. All right, City Gates Distillery and St. Augustine Distillery. These guys just know how to make. They're the best booze.
Best booze
around.
Best booze. Look, it's right down. So City Gates. It's right beside the City Gates. They're incredibly nice. The tastings are great. Go in there. Troy said it there. Get some gift cards for those people in your life that you're not sure what to buy them. Get them gift cards there. Go to St. Augustine Distillery. Do the tour. Try the samples. And walk out of there with the bourbon. Their bourbon's amazing. The vodka's amazing. The rum's amazing. They just make beautiful, beautiful, beautiful booze. And they're wonderful people. Incredibly easy to work with. Incredibly supportive. And they do so much for the town. And I think that's the thing about all our sponsors. Wonderful people, great businesses.
No, they're all amazing. They're all amazing. All right, we got to talk about this weekend because, I mean, we're going to run out of time. This show was going to be hard to keep under an hour because I have a golf event.
Okay.
I have a baseball game, 2 football games, a basketball game, and of course the World Cup game from this weekend. We got to start with the World Cup game this weekend.
Okay, so I have the first World Cup final I watched was 1974.
Okay,
right? Netherlands, West Germany. I've watched every one since. I can tell you exactly where I watched every World Cup final.
Okay,
I can tell you that everything.
94.
1994. I was sitting in a house in Kresge, Florida.
Okay,
0-0 Italy, Brazil. Brazil won on penalties. Terrible game in Pasadena. Brutal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, shit game.
Yeah,
shit. Too damn hot, couldn't play.
Have you ever been to a World Cup game?
I have been to 2.
Okay.
Yeah. In 1994, when it was last here, I saw Ireland play Mexico on June the 28th in Orlando, the old Citrus Bowl. Yeah.
Go tell your story.
The kickoff was noon, June 28th, Ireland against Mexico. We had gone down the day before. Mm-hmm. I was in a borrowed car that a friend of mine let me borrow. Didn't see that car for a couple of days. Different story. Don't want to go down that path. Mm-hmm. The Irish drank all day, all night long, and we went straight to the stadium. Noon, June 28th. My abiding memory of that is every 15 to 20 seconds you could just hear, and you looked around and another Irish person had passed out.
Because it's too high.
Yeah, needless to say, Mexico won the game. Big fucking surprise.
Is that the last World Cup you guys qualify for?
No, we've been in a couple since then, but yeah, more or less might have been.
Yeah. So Derek, so I actually pull up a photo of the biggest moment that happened in the game. What was the biggest moment of that game?
In what, Ireland?
Ireland, Mexico.
That was Jack Charlton, the Irish manager, and John Aldridge, Irish striker, fighting with the FIFA officials.
Yep.
There it is right there, trying to get on to the game. Yep.
Wow.
Big Jack. I actually drank beers with John Aldridge years later.
Earlier in the show.
Yeah.
What year did I say I was down in Orlando?
1994.
All right. I had tickets to the game. I didn't go.
Oh, come on.
I didn't go. I had free tickets to the game, and I didn't go. My birthday's June 26th. I was still hungover. It was 4,000 degrees. It was so hot that day. And I was like, no. And you know, I'm not a soccer guy anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, in that stadium, you were with me. You were with me with my biggest loss.
Yeah.
My biggest financial loss was in that stadium. Oh. So it was all irony of how that stadium came to be in this story. Like, as soon as you started saying it, I was like, I wonder if he realizes that that's where it all happened.
Oh. So we went back
It was
down.
on the Citrus Bowl.
Yeah.
We went back down. Ireland played Netherlands on July 4th, 1994, round of 16, again in Orlando. And Adrian Pratt, who is now with the US Embassy in India, Adrian was the managing editor of the St. Augustine Record at the time, and he was with us on the trip. And his editorial the following Sunday was a World Cup game with the boys in green. And the night before the game, they had to close the bars in Church Street Station because they ran out of booze.
Yeah.
The Irish and the Dutch.
Rosie O'Grady's.
Yeah, drank everything.
Yeah.
Nobody got arrested, no fights, no nothing.
Phineas Fogg's and Rosie O'Grady's. Yeah.
Drank it dry. We go to the game.
Not that I ever visited either one of those. Yeah.
The Dutch win the game 2-0. Right? Not a good game for the Irish. But the Dutch are such wonderful people that they said they're going to take us out drinking for the rest of the day because...
Yeah, because you lost and console.
So we ended up in an English bar, right?
Oh, no. Irishmen drunk in an English bar.
Irish and Dutch. The English didn't qualify for the 94 World Cup, so we were delighted. But we're watching the USA play Brazil, 4th of July, in an English pub. The tension in the first half is rough in there. And then at halftime, one of the big Dutch lads gets up on the table. Orange, fucking everything. And he gets up and he goes, lads, there's one song that everybody in this bar knows and loves. And you got Irish, you got English, you got the Dutch. And he gets up and he starts singing, if you hate the fucking Germans, clap your hands. If you hate the fucking Germans, clap your hands.
And brought
everybody together.
And everybody together.
Yeah. And so Adrian Pratt finished the article about all of us boozing for days, doing this. And at the end, St. Augustine Record, he just finished with, and if you hate the ... Germans, clap your hands. Magic.
Wow. Yeah. That's beautiful.
Not a great game, but a good story.
Great. No, that's what makes a great game.
Yeah. But last Sunday's World Cup final. Yes. Right?
They have everything.
Everything. You got the two best players in the world playing at an extraordinarily high level.
And it goes 2-0. And I'm like, okay, they got this. They got this. And then they score. And I was like, oh, okay, it's time to pay attention. And then they tied it up.
Yeah. Like, and then when it's in overtime,
extended play, it was like
it was incredible.
Yeah.
Like Messi got 2, Mbappe got 3. 3 goals. He gets a fucking hat-trick and he's on the losing side.
Yeah.
How's that possible?
But it's 2 of the greatest players alive today going against each other.
They're maybe two of the top 10 greatest players of all time. Messi is the greatest of all time.
You think he is the best?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I'm still...
Yes.
And I remember Pele as a kid. Now, I like I said, I was not a soccer guy, but he was almost like a machine against men.
Yeah.
Is the way I envision Pele, and even when I go back and watch film and stuff like that. So it's tough for me to put any modern player against him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, granted, the athleticism of today and the everything else, I don't know, because he was just that great of an athlete. He's kind of like a Wilt Chamberlain in basketball. He was just a superior athlete.
Yeah.
So if we put him with today's players, would he still be that superior? And I don't know. I don't know the answer. Same with Michael Jordan. Yeah. Michael Jordan's what's the Greek freak's name? Say his name for me.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's built like a freaking Greek god.
Yeah.
This guy. And seems to be a nice guy. I mean, you know, but he's just chiseled. Like, humans shouldn't look like that.
They shouldn't.
And they didn't exist in the 60s.
But this is the thing about, okay,
so Pele to me is still the greatest.
But Messi always looks like he's 5'6.5".
Yeah.
Like, and he always looks like he's shuffling around the place. Like, he doesn't move like you see Ronaldo, you go, athlete.
Yeah.
You see Mbappe, you go, that's an athlete. You see Messi, you go, hey, he could be a homeless guy.
Yeah.
He shuffles around the place until he goes from 0 to boom. And his mind is ridiculous. But yeah, great game.
All right,
great game.
And the way I look at Messi is, you ever play the video game Super Mario? All right.
Once or twice.
Okay, so Super Mario, he's doing good. And then what is it where he hits and he gets big?
The mushroom.
So if he hits the mushroom and he gets big, that's when he's got one guy between him, the goalkeeper, and the ball. It's like the mushroom hits him.
Yeah.
That's kind of the envision of Messi. Is he's Super Mario. And when he has the ball and he has an opportunity, he hits the mushroom.
Yeah.
Is that a good analogy?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, his pass.
Would you agree with that one?
I agree.
So Argentina's second goal, when they swept the length of the field in about 8 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Extraordinary. But Messi made one key pass to Alvarez, where he's got his back to the goal, he's on the left-hand side, and he just flicks it up, and then he, with the wrong part of his left foot, he curls it into Alvarez's path, and Alvarez just has to break stride.
All he has to do is just finish it.
But you can't do what he did. Like, that's the thing. Like, I played soccer all my life. You can't do what Messi did in that moment.
First off, you can't see. Like in basketball, we talk about no-look passes and stuff like that. He was facing in the wrong direction. He felt he was there.
Yeah.
And he still executed the passes between 2 defenders.
Yeah. It's just, it's incredible.
No, but I can tell you this. I've never enjoyed, soccer is a great game, and it's you know, it's a wonderful sport, but I've never enjoyed a game more than the game I watched on Sunday.
Yeah, it's as good as it gets.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, so one quick soccer tangent. So I got myself an early Christmas gift.
Oh, you made me spit. Tell Derek what this is.
Yeah. What is this?
Yeah. So I got myself a purple Orlando City mini jacket.
Hoodie. Yeah.
Why? Why would he do that?
He's out of the will.
Why?
He's out of the will.
Like, that's just wrong.
He's out of the will.
Children.
Yeah, and Derek got to meet these guys. And if you haven't heard this story before, guys, it was a business deal I worked on for about 10 months. And it came out, like, what did we figure out the total loss was after they just sold?
So I think it was around, like, you were made around, like, 40 million, I think.
I lost.
I can't.
I lost.
I should laugh, but it's fucking true.
I lost. You were there.
I was there.
You witnessed it. Blake knows what was going on. You were there. I had another friend with me. You were there. I mean, you know how close it was.
Yeah.
To that. Yeah. I lost $40 million.
I really shouldn't laugh, but I can't help it. Okay. All right, give me, what was your best game? Greatest game of all time?
So I'm a baseball guy.
Yeah.
So the greatest game of all time to me is Game 6, 1975 World Series. It's a game that my team lost.
And your team is?
My team's the Cincinnati Reds.
All right.
All right, so today I printed out the box score.
Okay.
Used to, you look at the box scores every morning, like the box scores were in the paper. I don't know if you guys know this, but the newspapers used to have a sports section.
Yeah.
And they had all the stats in them.
That's how I learned baseball. When I first moved here, I was reading the box scores.
All right.
I became very, very good at this.
So I'm going to read off some names that played in this game.
Okay.
All right, which, like we talked about, two of the great players in the game. All right, for the Reds, this is their lineup. Pete Rose, Hall of Famer.
Pete Rose.
Ken Griffey, his son's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Ken Griffey's also brother-in-law to Cool in the Gang. Cool from Cool in the Gang. Wow. All right, Joe Morgan, Hall of Famer.
Morgan, yeah.
Johnny Bench, Hall of Famer. Tony Perez, Hall of Famer. George Foster, MVP winner. If he had played more seasons like that, he would have been a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Davey Concepcion and Cesar Geronimo, both Golden Glovers. Concepcion could possibly make it into the Hall of Fame on the veteran side.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was the Cincinnati Reds team.
That's the Cincinnati Reds team. It's the Great Eight.
Yeah.
Big Red Machine. All right. We go over to the Boston Red Sox. Cecil Cooper won batting title like 5 times. All right. Denny Doyle, who just passed. So he literally just passed away this week.
Wow.
So rest in peace, Denny Doyle. He had Doyle Baseball School, very, very famous baseball school here in Florida. Carl Yastrzemski, Hall of Famer. Only Hall of Famer that's ever been to one of my trivia games.
So Carl Yastrzemski, he's the reason this game is so famous as well.
No,
right?
Carlton Fisk is.
Carlton Fisk. Oh,
Carlton
Yastrzemski
Fisk
was the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Carlton Fisk could be the greatest Red Sox of all time.
Yeah.
All right, Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer. Fred Lynn, the only man to win the MVP and Rookie of the Year, same year.
Wow.
Rico Petrocelli playing third base. Darrell Evans playing right field. Burleson playing shortstop. Their pitcher was a friend of mine, and the person who stole the car the other night, his son.
Yeah.
And that's Louis Tiant.
Louis T. Holy
His
shit.
son Dan lives here in town.
Wow.
So these are people that played in this game. Just amazing, amazing baseball players that played in this game. It went into extra innings. It went, I believe, 12 innings. In the bottom of the 12th, the famous home run that Carlton Fisk hit, where you see him going down the line, going like this.
Yeah. He's pushing it fair.
The Red Sox win the game. The next game, the Reds win the game in Game 7 to win the World Series. But to me, and I remember watching this, I got to stay up late and watch the entire game. To me, it's the greatest baseball game ever played.
Okay. So I have.
All right. Hey, actually, real quick. So I need to dispute a fact with you.
What's that?
So Fred was actually the first to win MVP and Rookie of the Year.
Someone else has done it since then?
It was Ichiro in 2001.
Ooh.
Oh, Ichiro. Oh, well, and see, there's a question with that because Ichiro
he played in Japan.
He'd already played 7 years, and he was already an All-Star and an MVP. Yeah. He was like 26 years old. So I'll give you that one, Blake. Thank you for fact checking.
Yeah,
but he was already.
And
he was already an All-Star.
So I'm going to give you my greatest baseball game.
Okay.
I'm 2 years in America. I've worked in the bars for the 2 years. So I fell in love with baseball, and I got to understand baseball fairly quickly from working in bars.
Gotcha, yeah.
And I'm up in the panhandle of Florida, and it's Game 7 of the NLCS 1992, the Atlanta Braves, Pittsburgh Pirates. And it's the Sid Bream game, right? And if you know, you know. Mm-hmm. The Pirates had Barry Bonds, Bobby Bonilla, Andy Van Slyke, Doug Drabeck was the pitcher. Remember Doug Drabeck?
Oh, yeah. No, he was a solid pitcher.
The Braves had David Justice had just come up. Terry Pendleton did a great team.
He had an MVP. Pendleton had an MVP season a couple of years after that. Yeah.
So, but it's 2 out, bottom of the 9th. Francisco Cabrera, the backup catcher.
Yes.
He's a single up the middle, or single out into
left center.
Left center.
Yeah.
And it's David Justice gets home for the tying run. And then Sid Bream, who is the slowest human being on the planet Earth. And Barry Bonds fields that thing, left center field, and he throws a fucking rope.
Oh, it was
it's a great throw.
No, and Bonds was an underrated defensive player, by the way. Because everybody later in his career was all about his offense, but he was and at that time, he wasn't juicing. He was an incredible athlete. Probably, he's still the greatest baseball player to ever live, and people don't like that. I can tell you, I grew up in the steroid era. You still had to put the bat on the ball.
I played to do it.
I played a lot of games with a lot of steroid boys who couldn't hit.
Yeah.
And then actually there was actually reports that actually Andy Van Slyke actually told Bonds to move in, but Bonds gave Van Slyke the peace sign.
He waved him off.
Yeah.
He waved him off. Yeah.
Yeah, what a great, but I just remember that in the bar and you're just watching Sid Bream chugging home. And it's just like, wow. Like for me, it was like, because games like, I grew up with soccer, I grew up with rugby, I grew up with Gaelic football. Games didn't end like that.
Yeah.
Like, and that just, the decisive nature of that moment, that was incredible.
Yeah. No,
great game.
I remember I watched that game. I mean, and it was an incredible game. And they went on to lose to the Blue Jays.
Yeah. But here, do you know that the Pirates didn't have a winning season after that game until 2013?
Because Bonds left.
Drabeg left, Bonilla left.
I think Van Slyke's the only one who stayed.
Yeah, but they were gone. It took them till 2013 to have another winning season.
And it might be 3013 before they have another one the way the franchise is going right now. No, but that was an incredible game. I agree. I remember watching that game, and it was an absolute incredible game.
All right, do you have a football game or a basketball game?
I have both. I have a football game and a basketball game, and we don't have much time, so I'm going to go with the football game that I guess I was in middle school when this happened. And it was not a Super Bowl game.
Okay.
It was the AFC divisional round, the Chargers versus the Dolphins.
Okay.
All right, this game was a 41-38 game. Chargers ended up beating the Dolphins. But during the game, Dan Fouts was just amazing.
Right.
He was amazing. This is pre Dan Marino.
Yeah.
All right. Pre-Dan Marino. And Fouts was just the Air Coryell. I mean, just fun to watch. They were up 24-0.
Okay.
All right. Miami keeps coming back. And then they get the lead. All right. They get the lead. And at halftime, they did what's called a hook and lateral. So they passed it across, struck through to, I think it was the Nick Moore or one of those, and then they threw to another receiver, and just it was an amazing play that catapulted the Dolphins into the second half. Well, it ends up being tied. The game-winning field goal is blocked by Kellen Winslow, who's the tight end for the Chargers.
Yeah,
he blocks this, and that saves it to stay and go into overtime. All right, and that game is the famous game where you see Kellen Winslow
getting carried off the field
with exhaustion.
Yes,
and it to me is every possible emotion, everything. There was a blocked field goal, there was a turnover, there was just everything you wanted out of a football game, and it wasn't a whole lot of superstars in it. I mean, Fouts was there. Dolphins really didn't have a whole lot of superstars at that time, and it was a phenomenal game.
Just a damn good game of football.
Yeah.
So I got one, and I was at this game.
Okay.
1991. I was back in Ireland for a quick visit, and the World Cup, the Rugby World Cup.
Oh, Rugby World
Cup, and it was taking place in England and Ireland. Mm-hmm. And it was a quarter-final game. Ireland playing Australia at Lansdowne Road, and I got tickets. And I hitchhiked to the game. Got picked up with a couple of brothers driving a powder blue Lada. Fucking great car. Lada. But we get in the game. Australia are favoured to win by a lot. And about 6 minutes to go, Ireland are down by a few points. We block a kick, and a fella called Gordon Hamilton picks it up. And he's rumbling, and this guy has never run faster in his life. Mm-hmm. And he's been chased by David Campese, who was the greatest winger maybe in the history of the game. And for some reason, Hamilton outruns him on this day.
How is that possible?
And he scores, and I am probably 3 rows back on the old terraces. and everybody, about 12,000 people behind me, just fucking crush, and we're all up against the barriers. Like, it's just, it's mayhem. People are going over the fences, they're diving on him. We are up by 5 points, 3 minutes to go. It's over. And then the fucking Australians go down the other end of the field, and that same fucker, David,
they couldn't catch him.
Fucking Campese scores in the corner for a 4-point try, and then they have to kick the conversion from the touchline. So
they have to hook it.
So in rugby, wherever you score the try, you come out straight out and you kick from there. He's on the fucking sideline.
Worst angle of all time.
Worst angle. The game is over. If he misses it, Ireland are in the semi-final. If he makes the kick.
And Campese.
Michael fucking Lina. Bastard. Bastard. And he lines up to take the kick, right?
So who are you rooting for?
And of course the fucker makes the kick, right? Of course he does. Fucking makes the kick. Australia went on to win the World Cup that year, right? Beat New Zealand in the semi-final, beat England in the final. But my abiding memory of it, as the kick goes through, they have 55,000 people in Lansdowne Road, and there's not a sound. And I can hear there's a woman underneath the stadium walking, and you can hear her high heels clicking, because the fucking whole place. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm not even going to try. All right, we're out of time, but also I want you guys to check out the movie and the book, Greatest Game Ever Played. I did want to get to that about Francis Ouimet beating Harry Demarden in
golf
in 1913 as an amateur.
Yes,
probably one of the best sports movies ever made, and it was done very well. The book was I read the book prior to reading the movie. Excellent job on both of them.
Yeah.
So, oops, my lights just.
Yeah, and I would like to revisit greatest games. I've got a ton more.
Oh, we have so many.
Many more.
I got like 5 down there that I didn't get to. But I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Appreciate you guys. Please hit that share button. You guys are amazing. Thank you to all our sponsors. Derek, you and your family have a great Christmas.
Troy, you too. And again, thank you for Sunday very much. Merry Christmas to everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.